Hello and welcome back to one of my frame reviews here on Mixer Bricks. This frame review for the Tusken Raider foil bag is my most ambitious frame that I've created to date. As you can see, it's an awful lot bigger than the frames I usually do for a single figure. This one has 4 Tusken Raiders. I actually bought a bunch of these Tuskens back when they were released. I think it was in it may have been 2022, it may have been early 2023, I can't quite remember. So yeah, it was one of the first figures that I could actually do multiple display with to make it look a little bit different. So yeah, I think it come out better than expected actually, and I think what actually helped that is making this area where the actual foil pack is totally different to this area, which is the rock display where they are actually hiding out in the rocks. As you can see, I've got 4. This one here is just showing him as he comes in the paper bag with his gaffy stick, or is it gaffy stick? Yeah, gaffy stick. And then these guys here, I've mixed and matched weapons to give it a bit of interest. We've got a black blaster and a brown blaster, another gaffy stick. The actual frame itself, there was no real, how can I put it, no real plan. I started pinning the foil bag in place and it just really come together. These slope bits, they just pinned the bag in place and it just made it nice and smooth, so the sort of chiseled, if you like, framing area come together quite easily and without much thought. I also had these quarter dome pieces, so that gave me corners quite quickly, and I also had these slope pieces 1x4, and I wasn't using them for anything, so it really made sense to just throw everything I had, all the light tan stuff that I could at this. I added different colours over time because it was originally going to just be light tan, but then I decided it looked too not weathered enough and not interesting enough. So the dark tan, although I did have the dark tan back plates, so as I moved along here, the rock work come into my head, and then obviously I was thinking the 2 colours, I wanted more than just the light tan and dark tan together. So the grey, a few grey parts scattered here and there, I thought made it look a bit more interesting. I also used these rock pieces, although that isn't a rock piece, but it's the same shape, to just give it a bit of interest. I was originally going to use more of these because, again, I've got quite a few of these. I find if you use too many of these rock pieces, I can't actually make it work so that it looks really, how shall I say this, rocky? Exactly as it should do. I find mixing these with the slopes, the inverteds, all different angles, they all add to the overall effect of rock. I've looked at other people's rock. I don't actually look at tutorials, I just look at MOCs and see what I like the look of. I think I've created an effect that's possibly my own, but a sprinkling of other people's ideas in there. You may be wondering what the Star Wars Celebration tile is doing on this display, and there is no real answer other than it's just a place to put it. I was looking in my old room for a place to put the tile where it wouldn't get lost, and there was a gap there, so it was perfect. Yeah, it's just stayed there ever since, and I don't lose it, so it's perfect. There's no other reason than that. The actual back of the frame is made up of large plates. Well, they're all large, but these obviously 16 by 16. I had quite a few of them, so they got used up quite quickly, and I was very keen to use large plates in this display because it was so big, because it come together, and I was quite quickly thinking how big it was going to be. It gives it a stable so I can pick it up. It's not like the ones where I use lots of little bits. I have them, so I use them. Overall, I think I've achieved what I set out to achieve, and that is make a totally different looking frame than I normally do, the singular ones. I like to do singular ones, but I'm thinking now, because I've created this one with the Sand People, that I can create others with like the Stormtroopers or the Mandos or anything that there's multiples of. I could do in different ways, and I'm trying to think of different ways. Obviously, maybe I could go taller, or maybe I could go around funny shapes, angles and things like that. Anything to make the odd one a little bit different. I will probably do some more of anything for the armies, like the 332nd and things like that. I will try and use multiples of just to change it up a bit and make it different, because at the end of the day the singular ones are great, but it is nice to have something different when you've got lots of them on display together. It gives the whole display a bit of a change up. If you like this and you want to see more of them, I'm doing the whole lot of foil bags and paper bags that come in the UK. Sorry, not just the UK, that come in Europe. I'm in the UK, so we get them over here. I didn't say this at the beginning, I normally do. They're usually about £4.50, £5, and they come out once a month. About 6 a year that contain minifigures. The other ones contain little ships, which I don't get because to me they're not worthwhile. But the minifigures, yeah, sometimes you get a really good one and sometimes it's not the greatest. I'm going to collect all the minifigures and the actual keep one of the foil packs or the paper bags and make these frames so that I can eventually make a whole wall of them, maybe, or as I used to have them, around the top of a wall or something like that. So yeah, if you like it and you want to see more, then please come back. Do remember to like and subscribe and do all that lovely YouTube stuff that you know how to do. And I hope to see you very soon in a video soon. So thanks for listening. Cheers.